12 months has handed seeing that the world was once stunned with the aid of the photographs of the fires blazing throughout the Amazon in Brazil. But when you consider that then, the woodland hasn't stopped burning, and 2020 should be even greater devastating for the rainforest and the indigenous peoples who name it home. Last week, Greenpeace Brazil flew over the nation of Mato Grosso to seize photographs of the Amazon. Even although the authorities had ordered a ban on wooded area fires in the country beginning at the commencing of July, the snapshots exhibit smoke, flames, and simply how ineffective the ban has been. Last year, extra than 1 million hectares of wooded area have been burned, and the fashion indicates the destruction is a ways from over. Last June, greater than 2,000 fireplace hotspots had been registered in the Amazon, the perfect quantity in the ultimate 13 years. Since Brazil's President Bolsonaro took workplace in January 2019, his government's agenda has been very clear: dismantle environmental safety regulation and agencies so that wooded area destroyers can burn the woodland freely, clearing the land to flip it into pastures, barring being held accountable. The penalties of this destruction are dire. From Siberia to the Amazon, fires are raging throughout the world. Losing our forest skill, dropping the combat in opposition to the local weather crisis, inserting biodiversity at threat of extinction, and threatening the lives of indigenous peoples who rely on the woodland standing for their survival. Fighting to guard the wooded area and indigenous lands from fires and deforestation turn out to be even extra difficult and quintessential during a pandemic. With a mortality charge from COVID-19 150% greater than the Brazilian average, indigenous peoples are already extra inclined at some stage in the pandemic. The smoke from the fires will put their respiratory device at even greater threat all through a time when get right of entry to healthcare is restrained in far-off areas in the Amazon. But matters can be different. After the public's outcry remaining year, there is growing stress on Brazil's government. Investors, agencies, and governments have been signaling their issues about the destruction of the wooded area and its influence on the environment, and their message is clear: they don't favor to do commercial enterprise with woodland destroyers. Even though final week Bolsonaro introduced a fire moratorium for 120 days, the pics of Mato Grosso exhibit how his measures have been performative and inefficient. To appropriate shield the wooded area and its peoples, the Brazilian authorities have to accurately fund environmental agencies, toughen environmental legal guidelines, and shield the rights of indigenous peoples. The exploitation of nature and human beings is an important motive of the present-day health, local weather and biodiversity crises.